inhale through your nose. As you exhale, press it out through the mouth. Inhale, crown of the head lengthens toward the ceiling. Exhale, press it out. Blink open the eyes. From here, drop your ear toward your right shoulder. Come back to the center. Drop your ear toward the left shoulder. And center, back over to the right. Center and over to the left. And center. From here, draw your chin to your chest. And we'll come to center and then look up. And center, chin to your chest. And center and look up. And then looking over that right shoulder. Back to the middle. Keep the crown of the head lengthening up toward the ceiling. Look over that right shoulder or left shoulder. Back to the center. One more, right. And center and the left. This time come back to the center. Shrug your shoulders up by your ears. Draw your shoulder blades onto your back. Go through a couple of shoulder rolls here. Just kind of warming up. Getting things moving. One more in that direction. And then let's reverse the circle, coming in the opposite direction. So shrug the shoulders around, come forward. Shrug the shoulders around, come forward. Two more like that, nice and easy. And then this next time you draw the shoulders up and onto the back, release the hands down. Fingertips just barely graze your mat. Turn the palms to face up. We'll sweep the arms, open across the chest, join your palms here. And then as you exhale, think of reaching out for the fingertips as you press the space away. So as you inhale, arms will sweep, open the chest, take the palms together. Join the palms, press the space away. One more like that. Inhale, arms sweep. Joining your palms, exhale, press the space away. Nice. This next time you inhale, float the arms all the way up. Exhale, we'll side bend to your right. And hold, and then ground down through that opposite sitting bone. Find a little more length out through your fingertips. And then directing the breath into those left ribs. One more breath in. As you inhale, rising in. We'll come up and over to the left this time. Grounding down through that right sitting bone, right arm reaches alongside the ear. Keep the chest turning up, turn the gaze up. Breathing into that lower rib cage. Inhale, back up. And we'll come back up and over to the right and hold. Lengthening out through the fingertips. Keep the side waist long. Bending into that elbow. Try not to bring the shoulder up by the ears, so keep your shoulder blade drawn onto the back. Inhale, rise. Back up and over to the other side. Keep the chest turning up. Ground down through that sitting bone. Reach this arm alongside your ear. Find a little more length through the fingertips. Nice. Inhale, take both arms up. Exhale, twist to your right. We're going to move on the breath here. Inhale, lift the arms, sweep. Open across the chest. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, press, twist to your right. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, twist. This next time you inhale, take the arms all the way up. We'll take a twist to the right and hold. Come on to the fingertips here, grow top. Lengthen the crown of the head up toward the ceiling as you exhale, deepen the twist. Pull the belly up and in, creating space, creating length. Twisting out. One more breath here. On an inhale, sweep. Arms reach all the way up by the ears. Exhale, twist to your left this time. Pull the belly up and in, grow top. Exhale, ribs wrapping around, head and neck follow. Inhale, grow top, turn the belly. Ribs wrap around, head and neck follow. One more breath. Inhale, take the arms all the way back up overhead. Exhale, press the space away here. This time, inhale, reach. Exhale, press, and then we'll lift up halfway this next time. Go ahead and wrap the arms. Take a hold of opposite shoulders and just start to allow the spine to round. Allow the weight of the head to release here and go through a couple of circles in one direction. And then from here, reversing that circle. So moving in the opposite direction. Coming counterclockwise. Nice and easy. Nice. From here, we'll release the arms and we'll come on to hands and knees. So you're welcome to take your blanket if you're sitting on one and unfold it and use it underneath the knees here or just coming on to hands and knees. And then make sure your hips and knees are lined up, shoulders stack over the wrists, spread the fingers here, pressing into the finger pads. We're just gonna shift forward and back just a little, keeping the fingers spread. Starting to warm up the wrist a bit. A couple more just like that. And then the next time you shift forward, take a little circle here, keeping those fingers spread, bringing weight into all parts of the hand. And after you've gone through a couple of circles in one direction, reversing that circle, coming in the opposite direction here. Nice and easy. And then we'll come back to the middle and go ahead and drop the belly, extending the spine from here. As you exhale, curl the tail under, so round all the way up. As you inhale, the belly will drop from here, the heart will lift. And as you exhale, press into the hands, curl your tail under, look back toward your belly button. Once again, heart extends, the belly will drop, knees up toward the ceiling. Exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin to your chest, press the floor away. One more, inhale, extending the heart. This time as you exhale, we'll curl the tail under, round all the way up, separate the knees a little wider apart here, bring your hips all the way back toward your heels. Reach the fingertips out long in front of you, rest your forehead. Press into the hands a bit, hover the elbows, take a breath in, we'll walk it out to the right. Reach the hips over to the left, maybe stacking that left palm over top of the right. And then keep this nice and long, we'll walk it through center. Make your way over to the left this time. Maybe the right palm stacks over top, and then reach the hips over to the right. Breathing into that right side, one more breath. Bring it back to center, rising up onto all fours. Keep the hands slightly forward. This time shifting a little forward to the wrists as you exhale, rock back. So as you inhale, lengthening the belly, a little bit of an extended cat-cow. Exhale, tail leads you back towards child's pose. The next time you shift forward, we'll take this into a circle. So circling the hips all the way up and around to the left. Go through a couple of circles in one direction here. Take your time, pressing into the hands actively. And then we'll reverse, coming in that opposite direction, shifting the hips over to the left, all the way back and around to the right. Nice. The next time you shift forward, tuck the toes from here, lift your knees, reach the hips up and back. Start to pedal the feet. So bending a knee as you reach and straighten that opposite heel toward the floor, waking up the backs of the legs. Anything's moving, we'll lengthen the heels, lifting up through the sitting bones here, pressing into the hands, just moving toward the thighs. Inhale, peel forward, find your high plank, shoulders over top the wrists. Firm the belly. Exhale, thighs draw you back, lifting back to that upside down V, aka down dog. Shifting forward, set the shoulder blades here, firm the belly and thighs. Exhale, thighs draw you back, lift up. One more like that, we're gonna shift forward. And then from here, energize the legs, and then thighs draw you back. And from here, just walking those hands all the way back towards your feet. You're welcome to keep the knees on the blanket on the floor to support the knees. And then hang over the legs here. Nod your head yes and no, let it go. We'll soften the knees, engage in the abdominals, and roll it up to stand. So think of stacking one vertebrae on top of another here, grow top. And then I'm going to readjust my mat. You're coming to the back of the mat, standing up nice and tall. Feet are about sitting bone width apart here. Nice, spread your toes and ground them back down into the floor. Find a little lift with the belly. And we're gonna come into roll down. So from here, keep your knees soft. Chin tucks toward the chest, peel it down bone by bone. Allow the arms to dangle, allow the head to be heavy. Fingertips just kind of graze your mat and then soften your knees and roll it back up. Stacking one vertebrae on top of another here. Roll your shoulders back to the top, grow top. And then chin to your chest, peel on down. Keep the knees soft, abdominals engaged. Imagine you're peeling away from a wall here. Let the head hang. And then as you roll back up, make sure you're actively pressing the feet down into the floor, but keeping the knees soft to protect that low back. Stacking bone by bone, chin to your chest, peel back down. Abdominals are engaged, allow the head to be heavy, arms to hang. Soften the face, press down, rise up. Actively press the floor away, but keep that little bend in the knees. We're gonna add on from here, bringing your chin towards your chest. Peeling away from that imaginary wall, take the arms all the way down. And walk it out here into your shoulders for driving in. Yes. You're welcome to lower the knees. Elbows hugging in, chest aiming forward, pressing up for 2. Head in line with the spine. Here's 3. Pilates push-ups, tuck your toes, your hips up and back. Start to walk the hands back toward the feet. Try not to rock side to side. Take a bend in the knees as needed. Roll up to stand, press the floor away, engaging abdominals. Shoulders roll back, grow top, chin to your chest, peel back down. One vertebrae at a time. Take the hands to the floor here, walk it all the way up. Bring your shoulders so they're in line with the wrists. Engage your shoulder blades onto your back, lower the knees as needed. Elbows draw in, so remember you can lower down 2 inches, halfway, or nose to your mat. From here, tuck the toes, lift your hips up and start to walk the hands all the way back towards your feet. From here, feet are sitting bone width apart, soften the knees. Roll it up to stand, engaging the belly. Shoulders roll back, and chin to your chest, peel back down. Slowly, slow it down here, engaging those abdominals, walking all the way out. Shoulders come in line with the wrists. You're welcome to lower the knees or not. So remember, you can lower just 2 inches. You can take it halfway, pressing up, elbows drawing in toward those side ribs or nose to your mat. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Walk your hands all the way back toward your feet. Soften the knees, roll it up. Press the floor away as you roll up. Taking one vertebrae on top of another, shoulders roll back. Last one, chin to your chest, peel back down. Take the hands all the way down to the floor. Walk it all the way out here until the shoulders are lined up over the wrists. Lowering the knees or not, elbows drawing in, press. Head in line with the spine, try not to let the chin come forward. One more like that. From here, we'll lift back up and pedal in place. And then lengthen those heels towards your mat and walk the hands all the way back in. Soften your knees here and roll it up to stand. One vertebrae stacking on top of another. Roll your shoulders back. You're welcome to grab your weights. Or you can always do this sequence without weights, or whatever you have around the house. Draw your navel into your spine, roll the shoulders back, pull the belly button in, and then you're gonna just take the arms out to shoulder height. Slow release. Head sits to top of the spine. Shoulders are stacked over your hips, over your heels. Use your exhale to reach. Nice. If at any point the weights feel like too much, feel free to drop your weights, just not on your foot. 4 more. 3 more, navel to spine. On this last one, keep it out here. We're gonna circle the arms. Try and keep your upper body really still. Carving out that circle for 2. Try and keep stabilizing through the upper body, isolating the leg, or the arms rather, in the arm socket here. 4 more. 3, 2, slow it down. Last one, we're gonna reverse that circle. Try not to let the upper body compensate here, rocking back and forth. Four more, here we go. Woo! Here's 3. Here's 2, slow it down, guys. Last one, bring your palms to face up. Think of pressing toward that wall behind you, like you're making a C shape with the hand. And lift, and press. Press. We're halfway there. 5 more, reach. Here's 4. Press. 3. Reach. 2. On our last one, bring your palms to face down, reach the arms forward. Slowly lower the right. Lift, and then the left. Make sure you're not breaking at the wrist here. Arms are nice and straight. Navel's drawn to your spine. Make sure you're not rocked back here. Make sure you're not lifting the shoulder as you reach the arm. 4 more. Let's alternate, reach for last 3. There's 2. Last one, we're gonna bring the arms back up and the elbows here, reaching them out to the sides. Little pulses, small range. Try not to break the wrist, navel's drawing to the spine. Rib cage dropping down, 4 more, 3, 2, 1. Draw them in, open out. Use your breath. Shoulder blades gliding onto your back here. Nice, we've got 5 more. Try not to lead with the wrist so it's not this. Keep the wrist long. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. We're going to join those wrists and squeeze. Who's smiling for 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. Glue them together. And little pulses, small range. Little lifts up. Woo. And let it go. Ah, release your weights. You can take a little sip of water here if you like. Woo. Nice. Shake it out. We'll come all the way back to the back of the mat here. Separate your feet underneath your sitting bones. Draw your navel to your spine. Scoop your belly. And then imagine you're peeling away from a wall. So chin to your chest. Peel it all the way down. Take the hands back out. We're going to come back into that upside down V, aka down dog. Pedal just for a breath or 2. And then lengthen through the heels, lift up through the sitting bones, press into the hands. Shift forward into your plank. You're welcome to lower your knees here, or for a little more challenge, elbows rolling in. Shift forward onto the tippy toes, lower all the way down. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders here. Separate the knees about rib cage width apart. Sink your hips towards your heels, rest your forehead. One more breath in. Nice, we'll swing it around. We're gonna come to a seat here. Separate the feet about sitting bone width apart. Scoop your belly. Draw your navel into your spine. Slide the hands back behind your thighs. Grow top. A little bit of adduction here. You can add a block between the thighs, or if you have like a playground ball at home, grab that. From here, navel to spine, rock back, round, and then lifting up through the crown of the head, grow top. Exhale, scooping around. Shin comes toward the chest, lengthen up through the crown of the head. Trying to make this C-shaped curve with the low back here. So curl the tail under, rising up. Nice. From here, you can release the arms. Exhale, round, curl the tail under. Let that draw you back. Reach the crown of the head up toward the ceiling. Exhale, keep the sense of adducting. So drawing those inner thighs in toward the midline. Last one. Exhale, scooping around. Nice. The next time you rise up, slide the hands back behind the thighs. This time we'll hinge from the hips. And then rise. Nice. Hinging from your hips. Lean back. Slow rise. Come all the way up. Exhale, hinge. Nice long spine. Think of the head sitting atop the spine. Exhale, hinge. Rise, grow top. 2 more. Releasing those arms if you like. Last one here, keep the feet planted. We're gonna rise up, we're gonna come into a rotation. So bend the right elbow, rotate right. And sweep the arm around. Rotate left, bend the left elbow back. You're coming through a long spine here. So just like this last sequence, spine is long. Difference is you're opening up the chest to face the left wall here. Sweep it all the way around. Open up the chest to face the right wall. Sweep it all the way around. One more to the left. And we'll sweep. Nice. From here, slide forward on your mat just a bit. We're going to bring the hands back behind the thighs. Pull the belly button in toward the spine and roll it down bone by bone, nice and slow. Once you're here, walk your feet in a bit. You're going to come into a pelvic tilt. So slide those hands to your lower belly. From here, the low back presses into the mat. And then from here, allow that natural arch to come back to your back and then overarch the back bit. So scoop the belly, low back presses down. And come through neutral, the back will arch. So from here, I want you to get this feeling of like if you had a bowl of soup and your pelvis was like a soup bowl. As you press the low back down, that soup would spill toward you. Come through neutral, and then allow the back to arch, the soup would spill away. And then we're going to find that place where you're not spilling the soup towards you, and you're not spilling the soup away. So find a little bit of a neutrality here. Navel's drawing to your spine, so small space between the small of the back of the mat. Release the arms at the sides. From here, coming into marching, just lift that right foot off, moving from your hip joint, and then the left. So again, you're not rocking the tailbone back. Reach. You should feel this through the lower belly. Lift the left. Make sure you're not moving from your knee joint here. You're moving from the hips. Should feel it right here in that lower belly, so don't let that low back overarch and don't jam the low back into the floor. The next time that you lift this left foot up, draw the right foot up. We're going to come into toe taps, coming to a hover a few inches away, slow lift back up. Left leg a few inches away. Slow lift back up. So make sure you're not moving from that knee joint here. Look down, is it a 90-degree angle with the leg? Small space between the small of your back. You're not jamming it down and you're not letting it overarch. Reaching toward the floor and exhale, lift. Reaching toward the floor. The next time you do so with the left foot, go ahead and bring the legs together. We'll lower down halfway with both legs together. Slow lift up. If you're doing this correctly, you should feel it. So slow lower, halfway. Slow lift. Slow lower, halfway. Slow lift. One more like that. Slow lower, halfway. Slow lift. This time lower all the way down. Release your arms at your sides. Press the low back down. Heel the hips away. Coming into a bridge. Get that sense of adducting. So you're drawing in toward the midline and then lower down. Go by nice and slow. If you like, you can bring a block between the inner thighs here or your ball. And then as you lower down one vertebrae at a time, releasing off the way to the floor. Low back presses down. Hips peel up. Chin coming toward the chest. Lengthen the knees toward that opposite wall. And then keep that sense of adducting or drawing in toward the midline as you lower it down, bone by bone. Nice. Let's do one more. We're going to hold this one at the top. And then you're going to lower just a little. Keep that sense of adducting. Lift a little. Lower a little. Squeeze the glutes. Lift a little. Lower a little. Lift a little. 4 more here. 3. Keep that sense of hugging in. 2. Should feel in glutes and hamstrings here. Last one. We're going to lower it down all the way. Lift the right foot and then the left. Reach your arms to a T or like a U. Just weight into the shoulder blades here. Draw the knees together. Make sure your knees are not over the chest. They're right in line with those hips. You should feel that lower belly engaged. You're going to come to a hover a few inches away, dropping them toward the right. Come back to the center. Squeeze the inner thighs in. Coming to a hover a few inches away from the floor toward the left. Opposite shoulder blade is grounding down into the floor. So shoulder blades are actively engaged here. Back over to that right. Firing up that left oblique, lift it back to center, nice and slow. So come over toward the left here. Opposite oblique, slowly lifting back to center. Back over to the right. Opposite shoulder blade keeps pressing down here. Using those obliques, one more over to the left. We're gonna come back to the center. Release the feet down one at a time. Slide the hands back behind the head. This time, elbows are wide. Sink your navel to your spine, scoop your belly. Don't spill your soup. Lift the tips of the shoulder blades. Lift a little higher, and then lower down. Exhale, lift. Weight of the head in the hands. Lift a little higher from here. Slowly lower. Exhale, peel up. Lift a little higher. Elbows are wide. Slowly lower. 2 more here. Make sure you're not jamming your chin to your chest, so keep the space about the size of your fist between the chin and the chest. Nice. The next time you lift up, hold. We're going to rotate right. Elbows are wide. And back to the center. Rotate to your left. Back to the center. Lift up a little higher right here in the middle. Lower all the way back down. Exhale, peel up. Rotate right. Slow center. Rotate left. Slow center. Lift up a little higher here. Lower all the way down. Exhale, peel. Rotate right. Slow center. Rotate left. Slow center. Lift up right here. Lower all the way back down. Rising up. Rotate. Tips of the shoulder blades stay lifted. As you come through the middle, rotate to your left. Lift up a little higher right here. Last time through, rising up. Use your exhale, rotate. Slow center, coming into those obliques. Rotate left. On this one, come up. Sink your navel to your spine. Take the hands back behind the thighs. Lift a little bit higher. Little pulses here for lifting for 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. Here's 1. Lower it down. Go ahead and give your knees a hug here. Release your low back into the floor. Take a little circle. I'm going to take the head side to side. Release tension through the head, neck, and shoulders. And then scooping the belly, we'll release the feet back down to the floor. So make sure you're not spilling your soup. Don't jam the low back or let it overarch. Lift the right foot and then the left foot away. Reach the arms to shoulder height. Float the arms up overhead, but keep that rib cage dropping down. Nod your chin to your chest, bring the tips of the shoulder blades up. And then float the arms back up overhead, keeping the rib cage dropping down. Exhale, nod the chin to the chest, prep for 100. One more like that. We're gonna hold this last one at the top. And start to pump the arms. So you're inhaling for 5 and you're exhaling for 5. You're pumping the arms, navel's drawing toward your spine, you're swooping the belly. Stay here or lengthen the legs up toward the ceiling, keeping that squeeze hugging into the inner thighs. This is too much on the head and neck, lower the upper body down, or try rolling a blanket or a ball underneath your head for support. Stay here, squeezing your thighs, lower down toward 45 degrees. Stay here, pumping the arms, energy through the fingertips or slow lift back to 90. Exhale to 45, squeeze those inner thighs in, slow lift back to 90, slow it down. Make sure you're not swinging the legs, slow lower. One more like that, slow lift. We're gonna lower and hold. Squeeze the inner thighs, inhale, exhale, lower it down. Woo, give your knees a hug. Take a little circle here, release. Take your head side to side. Just releasing any tension in the head, the neck, the shoulders. We'll slide the hands back behind the thighs, rock along the spine, rolling up or rolling like a ball. Nice, scoop the belly here. We're gonna break that nice C-shaped curve, tucking the tail under like we did in the warm-up. Rocking back the sitting bones here, lift one foot and then the other away from your mat. Keep that scoop of your belly, come back just 2 inches here. Lift to come up. Rock back just 2 inches, small range of motion here. Make sure you're not doing this, bringing your knees in any closer to your chest. You're moving in one piece. You should feel it in the lower abdominals. Stay here or exhale, rock back, rock to come up. Notice that distance between the chest and the thighs stays the same throughout. So you just fire up those glutes. So if you want to make this a little harder, glue your forehead towards your knees, take your hands all the way down to your ankles. Keep that scoop of the belly. Keep the back rounded the whole time. Don't let those toes touch. Don't let the toes touch too far. Woo! Last one, we're going to hold at the top. Hold this. Take one leg, bring it up. Other leg. Roll your shoulders back, extend the spine. Lengthen the legs one at a time. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Reach the arms. Full teaser. Draw everything in toward the midline. Take a breath. Exhale, release the feet to the floor. Slide forward on your mat, and we'll roll it all the way down. One vertebrae at a time, engaging those abdominals. Lengthen the legs longer to mat. Hug the inner thighs in. Squeeze the glutes. Reach the arms to shoulder height. Drop your rib cage. Think of keeping your soup from spilling. So again, don't tuck your pelvis and don't overarch the back. Find that neutral. Rib cage dropping down. Arms start to float up overhead. They're not going to come all the way up, or else what happens? You overarch and you lose that dropping down of the rib cage. So drop the rib cage down. Reach the arms up overhead. Squeeze the inner thighs. Slowly, slowly start to peel. One vertebrae at a time. Reaching out and over the toes here as you peel back down, round through your low back. Draw the navel into the spine. Let that bring you back one vertebrae at a time. The arms float up overhead. The rib cage drops down. Squeeze the inner thighs in. Use your exhale. Peel. Reach out and over the toes. And then scooping the belly, rounding your spine. Hugging the navel into the spine. Keep that engagement of the legs as you slowly lower down, bone by bone. Float the arms up overhead, rib cage drops. Exhale, squeeze your glutes. Use your exhale, breathe. Reach out and over the toes. And then slowly rolling the tail under, squeeze the inner thighs. Start to float the arms back up overhead, but let that rib cage drop down. Don't let the ribs start to splay. Inner thighs hug in, reach. Come back out and over the toes. Nice, 2 more from wherever you are. Slow it down. Moving mindfully, guys. Nice, Rachel. Keep that hugging into the inner thighs. Arms float up, rib cage drops down. Squeeze the glutes and reach. Let's do one more. And on this last one, we're going to come all the way back down. So floating the arms back up overhead, inner thighs hugging in. Imagine you have a $100 bill between those thighs. Really squeeze it so you can't let it go. Reach out and over the toes, and then as you peel back down nice and slow. Nice, we'll take the arms up overhead this time, and just let it go. Nice, bending the knees in one at a time, take the feet to the floor. Drop the rib cage down, take the arms at your sides, press down through the palms. Lengthen the legs one at a time up toward the ceiling here. We're gonna separate the legs about the width of the mat. Lower down to 45 degrees. Inner thighs hug in. Slow lift back up to 90. So separate just mat width apart, no wider. Keep this controlled. Squeeze the inner thigh, slowly float back up. Slow separate. slow lower, prep for roll over. Squeeze those inner thighs, slow lift. Make sure you're not using that momentum. If you need to, a little bend in the knees here, otherwise straight legs. Let's do one more in this direction, and then we're gonna reverse. So the next time you lift it back up, slow lower, then slow separate, and then slow lift back to 90. Bring some awareness into that pelvis. Are you letting the low back arch as the legs lower down? That's no good. Keeping those abdominals pulling up and in. Keep that neutral pelvis, neutral spine as you lower the legs. One more like that, lower. Slow separate, slow lift. Hug the inner thighs in together. We're gonna come into corkscrew, draw a circle on the ceiling to the right. And then draw that circle on the ceiling to the left. Keep the inner thighs hugging in, scoop your belly, circle. Maybe the hips heel up. Ground down through the palms, shoulders away from the ears, pressing weight into those shoulder blades. Stay here, make the circle bigger, peel up and hold. Get a little bit of suspension, corkscrew, circle that left, and hold at the top. Really pressing down through the palms, press weight into the shoulder blades. Make sure it's not coming into the neck. And you're always welcome to keep the hips on the floor and stay with this first version. One more each side. We're gonna meet up at 90 degrees. Bend through the legs and lower down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Float those arms back up overhead, but drop your rib cage down. Nod your chin to your chest. And peel it all the way up. Rolling up, you can take a bend in the knees here, fold forward. Take a little sip of your water. And then rock side to side here to bring the extra flesh away from your sitting bones. Take a hand to your low back. Make sure you have this inward curve of the spine. Otherwise, if you're rounded, it might mean your pelvis is rocked back and you're tucked under. You don't want to come into a twist from here. So you can bend the knees, you can elevate the hips or both. And then reach the arms right in line with the shoulders. Take a breath in. As you exhale, rotate to your right. Inhale, slow center. Exhale, rotate to your left. Nice. Make sure you're leading through here, using those side waist muscles. So it's not about the arms. Don't let the arms get ahead of you. Imagine your belly button is right in that space between your hands. Rotate right. Slow center. Rotate to your left. Nice. Each time you come back to the center, grow tall. And then come into that rotation. Inhale, center. Rotate left. Nice. Come back to the center. We'll bring the palms to face down. This time, bend the right elbow back. Rotate. And reach. Bend the left elbow back. Rotate. Make sure you're lengthening up through the crown of the head. You're coming into those obliques here. Rotate. Slow unwind. Back to the left. And we'll reach. Slide forward a bit on your mat. Go ahead and drop the knees open this time. Hands can come back behind the thighs here or the calves if you're more flexible. Tuck the tail under, but then lengthen through the top of the spine. Rock back to your sitting bones, lengthen one leg, and then the other out to a V. You're gonna squeeze those inner thighs together. Slow separate just the width of the mat. Inner thighs connect the legs, slow separate. Exhale, draw them in. Slow separate. Exhale, draw it in. Nice. Keep the tail tucked under. Keep scooping the belly, broadening across your collarbones. One more like this. From here, you're welcome to hold onto this, just holding. Or as you exhale, sink your navel to your spine. Rock back, rock up, broaden across your collarbones, lift your chest. Exhale, navel to spine. Don't let those legs get a hold of you, or ahead of you rather, or a hold of you really. So you want to make sure you're not bringing that weight onto the neck. Yeah, you're coming just to the tips of those shoulder blades. And you're keeping that same distance between chest and thighs throughout. Nice. Don't let those legs come up and over and get stuck. Don't use your momentum here. Use the navel sinking to the spine. Last one, we'll hold. Hold this one at the top. Find a little more length through the spine. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Release the legs. Extend the heart. Reach the arms. Breath in. Slowly, we're going to come all the way back. Down. Nice. Take those arms up overhead. Stretch from your fingers to your toes here. Release the rib cage. Release the low back. It should feel nice. And then bend the knees in one at a time. Take those feet to the floor. Reach your arms at your sides. Press down through the palms. We're going to come back into that bridge like we did toward the beginning of class. Chin coming toward your chest. Press the low back down and peel the hips away. Shifting weight into this left foot. We'll lengthen the right leg up toward the ceiling. Flex the foot here. Reach through the heel and point and swing. Press, reach, point and swing. Keep those hips level. You should not let that right leg hip lower as the right leg lowers. So they're level, level, level. 3 more. Press. Using that left hamstring, reach. Press. Reach. Last one. Reach. Bring it up toward the ceiling. Bend the knee in here. Take the foot to the floor. Use that abdominal control. Release bone by bone. Nice. Take a breath. Press the low back down. Heel the hips away. Chin coming toward the chest. Get that sense of adducting. Bring all the weight into the right foot. This time, left leg lengthens. Flex and reach. Point and swing. Flex, reach away. Squeeze those glutes. So you're using that right hamstring and glute. Don't let that left hip point lower. Keep it in line with the right. Flex and reach, but that's hard, Meredith. I know. That's the point. 2 more. Last one. Nice. Lift it up. Bend the knee. Roll on down. Take a breather. Nice. From here, we're going to release that right foot away from the mat. Bring your knee so it's directly in line with the hip, not in toward your chest. Interlace the fingers underneath the knee. Anchor down through that low back. Scoop your belly. Left leg extends. Lower toward 45. Nod your chin to your chest. Tips the shoulder blades lift away. We're just going to switch. So legs are coming straight down the midline here. Let them brush. That one knee is coming directly over top the hip as that other leg lengthens. If this is too much on the head and neck, you always have the option to lower down. Otherwise, stay lifted. Let them brush each time in between. 2 more here. We're going to go right into doubles from here. Last one. Make sure you're not rocking side to side. Bend both knees in. Bring them right over the hips. Reach out through the arms and legs. Wrap it in. It's a reach. And a wrap. Knees over the hips. Reach, tips of the shoulder blades, stay lifted, wrap. 1 more, reach it out. Wrap it in, bring the hands back behind the thigh or the calf. Double pull here. Let them scissor, double pull the left. Let them come straight down that midline, so they're going to scissor in between. Lengthen the legs, let them brush. Nice, last set. From here, we're going to bring both legs up at 90 degrees. Bring the hands back behind the head here. Elbows are wide, navel's drawing to your spine. Slow lower and slow lift. Make sure you're not using your momentum. Moving from the hip joint, you're squeezing those inner thighs in. If this is too much on the head and neck, take a ball or a blanket underneath the head for support or lower the upper body down. Inner thighs hugging in. Last one. From here, bend that right knee. Lengthen the left leg, not long. Rotate to your right. Come back to the center. Rotate left, back to the center, rotate right. This is about quality, not quantity, guys. Rotate, center, rotate. Sink your navel to your spine. Don't let that low back overarch. You're coming into those obliques. 2 more sets, rotate. Nice and slow and steady, rotate left. Last one. Let them rush in the air. This is it. Your knees a hug. Take a little release of the low back, do a little circle. Circle the other way. Take your head side to side here. And we'll lengthen the legs, reach the arms all the way up, stretch from your fingers all the way down to your toes. Nice, we're gonna swing it around. Come onto your belly so you can take a little sip of water here. And then shimmy yourself down. So come onto the belly here. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders, hug the elbows in. Make sure you're activating the legs, pressing the tops of the feet into the floor. Glutes are squeezing. Coming into back extension. Heel up here. Make sure you're not using your hands. You lift the hands away from the floor. Lift a little higher. Back of the neck is long, so not here. And then slow lower. Energize the legs. Press the tops of the feet into the floor. Squeeze the glutes. Heel the upper body away. Elbows draw in. Lift a little higher. Back of the neck is long. Slow lower. 2 more just like that. Rising up, wrap the elbows in, activate the legs, squeeze the glutes. Whole back body working, lower down. Last time through, rising up. Lift and lower, release your arms, roll your shoulders back like you've got a stripe running down your pants. Heel the chest away. Lift, squeeze those glutes, slow lower. And rise, squeeze the glutes, lift the chest. Ground the collarbones, lift a little higher, glutes are squeezing. Slow, lower down. Last time through, rising up. Squeeze those glutes, lift the chest. Lift a little higher. Lower down, look over that right shoulder. Let the heels fall apart here, big toes come toward one another. Shimmy your hips side to side. Just letting go. Nice, from here, slide the hands underneath the shoulders. Press up, we're gonna sink the hips to the heels and round your spine. Take a little rest pose, breather. One more breath. Nice, guys, let's come back onto the belly. Slide any props and things out of your way. So you can get this full range of motion of the shoulder joint. I can show you how to modify if that's not gonna happen. We're gonna fully extend the arms out in front of you. Find that same engagement of the glutes and that whole back body pressing the top. So if you didn't floor so much, kneecaps are lifting away. I'm gonna float the arms away, sweep the arms all the way back, open across the chest, bend the elbows here. Reach, breaststroke, sweep, bend the elbows, reach it around. Whole back body engaged. If this is too much on your shoulders, modify, maybe just come halfway here. And then bend the elbows, reach. Find that engagement in the legs here, squeeze the glutes, sweep the arms. 2 more, here we go. Find that lift of the chest, last one. Woo! Release it down. Shimmy the hips. Look over that opposite shoulder. Taking the hips side to side, release any tension in that low back. We'll take the hands underneath the shoulders. Press up and pull back. Hips to your heels, round your spine here. Nice, let's come on to all fours. So you're welcome to take a blanket underneath your knees here. Make sure you're all lined up, hips and knees, shoulders stacked over the wrist. Scoop your belly. Again, don't spill your soup. Don't tuck your tail. Find that neutral pelvis. Right leg straight back. We'll tuck the toes under. Press it back and forth just a couple of times. Find that stretch in the back of the leg. Hold. We're going to float forward just a bit. Lift the leg up in line with the hip. Slow tap back down. Next time you lift it up, check your hips. Make sure they're level. Make sure you're not drawing all the weight onto that left leg. And then you can bring this hand to your head like you're saying, oh my. Press the back of the hand into the head. Keep the back of the neck neutral here. Head in line with the spine. Finding that full extension for your back leg. Breathe. And lift. 4 more. Here's 3. Here's 2. On our last one, hold it up there. Small range, little pulses here. Reach through that heel, knee and toes pointing down. We're gonna circle. So you're carving out a circle in the air. You wanna keep the hips still. That's your job. Slow it down. 2 more here, reaching through that heel. Nice, last one, we'll reverse the circle. Head in line with the spine, try not to let the head hang. 2 more here. Last one, straight back behind you, turn it in from the hip joint, turn it out. Turn it in, turn it out. So you're finding that internal and external rotation. Next time you turn it in, we're gonna tap and tap, tap and tap to the inside and then the outside. Make sure you're not sinking into your wrist here. Find a lift up out of your wrist by engaging that belly. Engage the abdominals. 4 more. Tap. 3, 2. Nice. Last one. We're going to cross it over, reach back, look through that heel, look toward that heel. Get that nice stretch of that whole right side. We'll release the toes. Come back to all fours. Left leg straight back this time. Tuck your toes under. Reach it back and forth a couple of times, just waking up the back of that leg. We'll hold this one in a stretch because we want to make sure we can fully engage that hamstring. Shift forward just a bit. Lift the leg. Make sure you're not elevating the hips. Tap it down. Lift it up. Tap it down. Lift it up. Stay with the hand there, or bring the hand down, or hand to the back of the head. If it's here, press the back of the hand into your head. Find that lift through your belly. Reach through the heel. 2 more. On our last one, it's a pulse. Small range, little lifts up. Find that lift up out of your wrist. Really actively press the floor away. We're going to carve out that circle nice and slow. Keep the hips still, and then you're moving the leg in the hip joint. Slow it down, guys. Carve out that circle. Last one here. Reverse the circle. Navel drawing to your spine. Scoop your belly. Carve it out. Use your exhale. Woo, 3 more. Slow it down. 2, 1. We're going to reach it straight back. Turn it in. Turn it out. Reach through the heel. Turn it in. Turn it out. The next time you turn it in, hold. We're going to tap and tap. So you're turning in from all the way up in that hip joint. You're going to tap inside and outside that foot. Reach through your heel. Use your exhale. Nice. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Cross it over. Hold. Look over that right shoulder. Aha. Press back through the heel. Get that stretch of that whole left side. And we'll release the toes here. And then separate the knees apart. Sink your hips back towards your heels. Round your spine. Separate the knees about neck with, or rib cage width apart. Take a little breather. Nice. We're going to shift forward. Come onto your belly this time, and we'll roll onto one side. We're going to stack the hips here. Make sure you're in line with the back of your mat. You can extend this arm. You can bend the elbow and make a little cushion for your head. Make sure those hips are stacked so you're not rolling forward and you're not rolling back. That's your job here. Navel to spine, point the toes, lift up, flex, extend through the heel. So just to a little above hip height, it's not a real high lift of the leg, but you're really actively engaging this leg. Reach through the heel, like you're lengthening toward that opposite wall. And then notice if you're tensing up the head and neck here. What can you do to keep your head and neck relaxed? Other hands in front for balance. Reach through your heel. Here's 2. Last one, keep it up there. We're gonna bring the bottom to meet it. Lower both legs down. So it's a lift, lift, squeeze, lengthen toward that opposite wall. Lift, lift, slow lower. Like a mermaid's tail. Keep the legs connected here. Reach, extending toward that opposite wall. 3 more. Squeeze. Try and get the inner thighs to meet. That's what's gonna initiate this movement. Last one. Keep it up there. From here, lower both. Lift both, lower both, lift both. Squeeze the inner thighs. Mermaid's tail. 4 more. 3, 2. On our last one, lower the bottom leg. Keep that top leg lifted. We're going to carve out a circle. Make sure you're not moving your hips. Make sure you're not moving in the upper body. Keep everything else still. Carve out that circle. Use your exhale. 2 more. Hips are still, guys. Last one. Reverse that circle. Make sure, take a peek down. Make sure you're getting a full circle here. And you're not just coming back to the midline. Woo. Last one. Circle it all the way back around. Bend the knee. We're going to stack the hips. Knees are bent in. Feet are in line with the sitting bones. Top hip, you're balancing an apple. You're just going to lift and lower. For 2. 3. Pelvis stays the same. So you're not opening up the pelvis. Everything stays stacked. 3 more. 2 on the last one. Hold it up there. Little range of motion. Small pulse right here. Working that medial glute for 3 more. 2, 1. Elevate the feet. Second set. Try and keep your head and neck relaxed. Relax your jaw. Use your exhale. Woo. 2 more. On our last one, it's a pulse for 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna keep that bottom leg where it is. Tap and tap. This is our bottom, our bonus round, I should say. So if this is too much, just take a break. We'll meet up with you in a minute. Here we go. Tap the knee, tap the toes. 4 more. Here's 3. I know. 2. Last one. Bring it around. Ah, lengthen that other leg. Take a little rub. Oh, it feels so good to rub it out. We're gonna swing it around.
They do not sell over-the-counter stuff.
Keep your hips stacked. Try and relax the head and neck here. Scoop your belly. Navel's drawing to your spine. We're gonna lift it up. Flex, resist on the way back down. Keep those hips back through.
Nice kitties.
Reach through the heel. Somebody's got their audio on, just so you know. Is that you, Sue?
Oh, it could be.
If you don't want us to hear your conversation, just slide over that.
I am fine. I was talking to the kitty. I'll get you off.
I love it. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. From here, we're gonna lift, lift, lower. Slow lower. Think of lengthening toward that opposite wall. Squeeze those inner thighs. Try and meet the legs by bringing the inner thighs together, not by thinking of joining the ankles here. Use your exhale. Squeeze, squeeze. Slow lower. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Lower the bottom leg, sorry. Top leg is gonna circle. Make sure you're not doing this, moving that upper body. Take a peek down. You're carving out your circle. Did we miss something or are we good? I feel like this side's going faster. 2 more. You guys are like, no, we're good. Last one, reversing that circle. Don't worry, I can replay the tape and see if we missed something. Woo! 4 more here. 3, 2. Last one, bring it back behind you. Stretch that quad. Drawing the foot in toward the sitting bone here, and then we'll bend that other knee in, stack your hips. Keep the hips stacked like you've an apple for the teacher right here. We're gonna open close. Or 2, 3, 4. Jane, did we miss anything? 2 more. Last one, it's a pulse, small range. Ooh, right here.
Beat it.
We didn't beat it?
Did we beat it?
We
Top
didn't beat
to
it on the
bottom?
other. We didn't beat it on the other side though.
Oh, okay, sorry. Top to bottom? Oh, okay, maybe not.
Top to bottom. Did we do the first thing? Lift, extend, flex?
No, that's what we missed.
We did miss something?
I think we did miss something.
Okay, 2 more. Does everybody else think we missed something? You guys are like, I don't know. We're gonna tap and tap, tap and tap. Don't worry, we'll get back to it. 4 more. Who would be on? Autumn. Autumn, did we miss the first set? Point and flex down. All pressure's on. 2 more.
I honestly don't remember.
Ah!
I just do whatever you tell me to do, Meredith.
This one, did we do this one?
We did do that on the other side, and then we had to do, like, meet the bottom to the top.
But did we do it on this side?
The mermaid tail?
Just this part, that one. We did? It's fine.
I-
You're like around, nobody knows.
We're all content with class, though. Thank you.
Rub it out. It's so funny. Let's lower onto our belly. Shimmy your hips side to side. Release any tension you've gathered in your low back here. It's like Groundhog Day for all of us. We're like, did we do that? I don't know. Did we? Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Bring your hips to your heels, round your spine, rest your forehead. Just get this nice stretch at the low back. You can take a little shimmy side to side if you like. And then we're gonna come back onto our back. So you're welcome to grab a strap here if you have one. You could use your sweatshirt or you can just use your hands. So lowering onto the back. You're gonna bend this left knee in. Let's take the right over the left to start and we'll just do a little hip stretch. So figure 4. You can take the hands back behind the thigh if you like. Flex the foot. Keep that right knee opening out to the right. Breathe into this. We're gonna lengthen the other leg up toward the ceiling, take a little circle. If this at all tenses up your upper body, just keep your upper body relaxed and release the hands away. Circle the other direction. We're gonna flex, draw it in. Point, lift it up. 2 more. Last one, we're gonna hold this one, stretch. And then lengthen that leg, scoot your hips 2 inches to your right here. You're gonna bring this knee across the body. Come into a twist. Let the weight of that right shoulder blade release. And then unwind here. And then take that leg up toward the ceiling. You can bring your hand back behind your cap. You can use your belt or strap if you have a yoga strap at home or your sweatshirt and bring it behind your foot, like around the arch of the foot. You can also bend this knee in as needed, or you can lengthen that leg long. Take a breath. We're going to take that into the right hand. So if you're using like a sweatshirt here, loop it around the bottom of the foot, breathe. And then we'll bring it back to the center here. Bring it about a third of the way. Breathe into that stretch. Look over that right shoulder. Take a breath in. Lower it all the way down. Look over that right shoulder. Let the weight of that right shoulder blade release. And then come back to the center. We're going to heel your upper body away, forehead towards your knee. And then lengthen that leg nice and slow, reaching through the toes, lower it all the way down. Bend that knee in here. Left ankle to your right knee this time. So if you're already feeling the stretch here, stay here. You can release that foot or hands back behind the thigh. Flex your feet a bit, draw your toes back. Remember, if it's doing this to your upper body, then just release your arms. Pull it in a little closer as you feel the stretch. We're going to take that leg, lengthen it up toward the ceiling, circle. Circle the other way. Flex, draw it in. Point, lift it up. Flex, draw it in. Point, lift it up. The last one, we're going to hold this one, pull it in a little bit closer. Get that nice stretch and opening for that outer hip. Lengthen the right leg here. Take your hips about 2 inches to your left. Drop this knee across the body. This time the weight of that left shoulder blade releases into the floor. Take a breath or two. And we'll come back to the middle. So you can either keep this right leg lengthened or bend the knee in. We'll take this left leg to the ceiling this time. And then you're welcome to take your hands back behind your foot and use a strap here. Take a breath, take it out to the left. Taking that strap or the foot into the left hand, that right hand you can come onto your hip here, breathe. And we'll come back to the center. Bring it across the body about a third of the way. This time right hand onto the foot, oh yeah. And then lower down as far as you wanna go. We'll look over that left shoulder this time, oh. And make it your way back to the center. Forehead towards your knee here. Heel your upper body away. And then lengthen that leg toward that opposite wall. So fully extend the leg nice and slow. And then take the legs long here. Release the arms at your sides. The palms will come to face up. Take a deep inhale. Exhale it all the way down to your toes. I'm just going to work our way up, starting at your feet. Relax your way up to your calves. Relax your thighs, your hip, your back, your belly, your chest, your arms at your sides, your hands. Working your way all the way up to your shoulders, the neck, the head here. And then take a final stretch, fingers to toes. So reach the legs together, reach the arms up overhead, take a breath here. Exhale, bend the knees in. We'll roll over onto our side. Press your way back up to a seat. And then we can come back to where we started. Sitting up nice and tall, take a breath in. Exhale. And from here, we'll reach the arms, sweep the arms all the way up. Think of pressing the space away just like we did at the beginning of class. One more inhale, sweep. Exhale, press. And we're done. Yay! Thanks so much, guys.